Top 7 easy care hydrangeas that bloom all season long. Most gardeners kill their first hydrangea within 2 years. I almost gave up completely after my third failed attempt, but then I discovered these 7 special varieties that changed everything. These hydrangeas don't just survive, they explode with color for months without babying them. And the best part? Even complete beginners can grow them successfully. I'm Sam, and this is Seniors Gardening Advice, where we make gardening simple and enjoyable for everyone. After 25 years of growing hydrangeas, I've learned which ones actually deliver on their promises. If you want a garden filled with gorgeous blooms without the headaches, smash that subscribe button right now. We share practical tips every week that work in real gardens, not just in magazines. And don't forget to hit the bell icon so you never miss our latest advice. Today, I'm revealing my carefully tested list of hydrangeas that will transform your garden into a non-stop flower show. These aren't just pretty plants, they're workhorses that keep blooming while you relax and enjoy them. Before we jump in, do me a favor and give this video a thumbs up if you're ready to finally succeed with hydrangeas. Your support helps us reach more gardeners who need this information. Let's start with my absolute favorite for new gardeners.
Number 7. The Climbing Wonder, Climbing Hydrangea. Starting our countdown at number 7, something completely different. The Climbing Hydrangea. Hydrangea anomala petiolaris isn't a shrub at all. It's a vigorous vine that can transform boring walls, fences, or tree trunks into spectacular displays. This slow-starting but incredibly rewarding plant produces flat clusters of creamy white flowers in early summer. The heart-shaped leaves provide beautiful texture all season, and the exfoliating bark creates winter interest on mature vines. Climbing hydrangea can reach 30 to 50 feet at maturity, clinging to surfaces with aerial rootlets. It's perfect for covering unsightly walls, creating privacy screens, or adding vertical interest to your garden. The patience factor. This hydrangea takes 3 to 5 years to really get established, but once it starts climbing, the results are breathtaking. The first few years focus on watering and feeding. The spectacular show comes later. Best uses: north-facing walls that other vines won't handle, large tree trunks for natural support, pergolas and arbors for overhead beauty, hiding ugly fences or building walls. Are you intrigued by the idea of a climbing hydrangea? Let us know in the comments if you have a perfect spot for this unique variety.
Number 6. The Compact Champion, Little Lime Hydrangea. At number 6, meet the Little Lime Hydrangea, a dwarf version of the popular limelight variety that's perfect for smaller gardens. This compact beauty grows only 3 to 5 feet tall and wide, making it ideal for containers, small yards, or front-of-border plantings. Don't let the size fool you. It produces full-size flower clusters that start lime green, turn white, then shift to pink and burgundy as fall approaches. Little Lime blooms on new wood, so you can prune it hard each spring without worrying about losing flowers. It handles full sun to partial shade and is incredibly drought-tolerant once established. Perfect for small gardens and tight spaces, container growing on patios, low-maintenance border plantings, areas where you want hydrangea beauty without the size. If you have limited space but still want stunning hydrangeas, drop a leaf in the comments. Little Lime might be your perfect solution.
Number 5. The color-changing wonder, Hydrangea macrophylla. We have the remarkable big-leaf hydrangea, scientifically called Hydrangea macrophylla. This stunning plant has earned its place on my list because it's like having a magic show right in your backyard. The big-leaf hydrangea produces enormous round flower clusters that can measure up to 10 inches across. But here's where it gets exciting. You control the colors. In acidic soil, you'll get deep blue blooms that look like they're glowing. In alkaline soil, you'll see vibrant pinks and purples. Some gardeners even get both colors on the same plant, creating a spectacular rainbow effect. This hydrangea blooms from late spring clear through early fall, giving you months of continuous color. The flowers start small in May, reach their peak size in July, and hold their beauty well into September. During peak bloom, each shrub can have 30 to 50 flower clusters at once. Why it stands out? The big leaf hydrangea rewards minimal effort with maximum impact. Plant it in partial shade with rich, well-draining soil, and it practically takes care of itself. This variety thrives in morning sun with afternoon shade, making it perfect for most home gardens. The secret to success? Here's the crucial tip that separates successful growers from frustrated ones: timing your pruning correctly. Big leaf hydrangeas bloom on old wood, meaning next year's flowers are already forming in late summer. If you prune in fall or early spring, you're cutting off next season's entire flower display. The perfect pruning window is immediately after the flowers fade in summer. This gives the plant time to develop new buds for the following year while maintaining its shape. Creating your perfect color? Want those Instagram-worthy blue blooms? Keep your soil pH between 5.0 and 5.5 by adding aluminum sulfate or coffee grounds around the base. Prefer romantic pink flowers? Raise the pH to 6.5 or higher using garden lime. Test your soil first. You can buy simple test kits at any garden center. Drop a comment below and tell us, would you choose brilliant blue or pretty pink for your garden? I love seeing which colors our Seniors Gardening Advice family prefers.
Number 4. The sun-loving transformer, Hydrangea paniculata. Moving to number 4, we have my pick for gardeners with sunny spaces, the panicle hydrangea, or Hydrangea paniculata. This variety completely breaks the rules about hydrangeas needing shade. Unlike the round blooms of big leaf varieties, panicle hydrangeas produce elegant cone-shaped flower clusters that can reach 12 inches long. These flowers put on an amazing color show throughout the season. They emerge as creamy white in early summer, gradually transform to soft pink by midsummer, and finish as deep rose or burgundy in fall. Each flower cluster contains hundreds of individual blooms, creating an incredibly full and dramatic display. Mature plants can have 50 to 100 flower clusters simultaneously during peak season. Why this variety shines? Panicle hydrangeas are incredibly versatile and tough. They handle full sun beautifully. In fact, they prefer it. This makes them perfect for areas where other hydrangeas would struggle. They're also remarkably drought-tolerant once established. These plants can grow quite large, reaching 6 to 8 feet tall and wide. Some varieties, like grandiflora, can even be trained into small trees, adding vertical interest to your landscape. The pruning advantage. Here's great news for nervous pruners. Panicle hydrangeas bloom on new wood. This means you can cut them back hard in late winter or early spring without losing any flowers. In fact, aggressive pruning encourages larger, more spectacular blooms. I prune mine to about 2 feet high every March, and by July they're covered in enormous flower clusters. This annual pruning also keeps them from getting too tall and floppy. Maximizing color intensity. For the richest pink and red fall colors, plant your panicle hydrangea where it gets strong afternoon sun. The extra light intensifies the color transformation as the season progresses. Share this video with a friend who's been struggling with shady garden spots. Panicle hydrangeas might be their perfect solution.
Number 3. The reliable bloomer, Endless Summer Hydrangea. At number 3, I'm featuring the game-changing Endless Summer Hydrangea. This revolutionary variety solved the biggest problem with traditional hydrangeas: limited blooming time. The Endless Summer series blooms on both old and new wood. This breakthrough means you get flowers regardless of pruning mistakes, harsh winters, or other setbacks. Even better, you'll often see 2 distinct bloom periods, one in early summer from old wood and another in late summer from new growth. These hydrangeas produce classic mop-head flowers in stunning blues and pinks, similar to big leaf varieties, but the flower production is significantly more reliable and longer lasting. The reblooming magic. Here's how to maximize the reblooming effect. Deadhead spent flowers regularly. Cut just above the first set of healthy leaves below each faded bloom. This redirects the plant's energy into producing new flower buds instead of seeds. With proper deadheading, you can keep new flowers appearing from June through September. Some gardeners in milder climates see blooms into October. Care requirements. Endless summer hydrangeas appreciate consistent moisture, especially during hot weather. They perform best with morning sun and afternoon shade, though they'll tolerate more sun than traditional varieties. Apply a 2 to 3 inch layer of organic mulch around the base to retain moisture and keep roots cool. Good mulch options include shredded bark, composted leaves, or wood chips. Color control. Like other mop-head varieties, you can influence the color through soil pH. Acidic soil produces blue flowers, while alkaline soil creates pink blooms. Some gardeners create stunning multicolored displays by varying soil pH in different areas around the same plant. Let me know in the comments, do you prefer the classic mop-head style, or are you curious about the other varieties on my list? Your engagement helps other gardeners find this channel.
Number 2. The Indestructible Beauty, Annabelle Hydrangea. Coming in at number 2 is the plant I recommend to anyone who thinks they can't grow hydrangeas, the Annabelle Hydrangea, or Hydrangea arborescens. This native North American variety produces absolutely massive white flower clusters that can measure 8 to 12 inches across. When in full bloom, the entire shrub looks like it's covered in giant white clouds. Each flower head contains hundreds of tiny individual flowers, creating an incredibly full and impressive display. As the season progresses, the white blooms gradually shift to soft lime green, extending the ornamental value well into fall. Why Annabelle is nearly bulletproof? This hydrangea tolerates more challenging conditions than any other variety. It handles cold winters down to zone 3, hot summers, drought periods, and even poor soil. If the stems die back completely in harsh winters, new growth emerges from the roots in spring. Annabelle blooms on new wood, so you can cut it back severely each year without affecting flowering. This annual pruning actually improves bloom size and prevents the stems from flopping under the weight of those enormous flower heads. Preventing stem flop? Those spectacular large blooms can become heavy, especially after rain. Here's my technique to prevent drooping. Instead of cutting the stems to the ground, leave them 18 to 24 inches tall when pruning. This gives new growth a stronger foundation. Another option is to plant Annabelles in groups of 3 or 5. The plants support each other, and the mass planting creates an incredible visual impact. Design tips? Annabelle works beautifully as a foundation planting, informal hedge, or specimen plant. The white blooms are especially stunning in evening light and show up beautifully against dark backgrounds. For maximum impact, plant them where you can view them from indoors. Nothing beats looking out your window at a sea of white hydrangea blooms. If you're enjoying these practical tips, make sure you're subscribed to Senior's Gardening Advice and ring that notification bell. We post new helpful content every week. Number 1. The 4-season superstar, oakleaf hydrangea. Taking the top spot on my list is the most unique hydrangea of all, the oakleaf hydrangea, or Hydrangea quercifolia. This variety isn't just about flowers, it's about year-round garden interest. In summer, oakleaf hydrangeas produce elongated clusters of white flowers that gradually age to pink and rose. The flower clusters can reach 10 to 15 inches long and stand upright like elegant candles across the plant. But the real magic happens with the foliage. The large, deeply lobed leaves look remarkably similar to oak tree leaves. All summer, they provide beautiful texture and backdrop for the flowers. Come fall, these leaves transform into brilliant shades of red, orange, burgundy, and purple, often all on the same plant. 4 seasons of beauty. Spring, fresh green foliage and emerging flower buds. Summer, spectacular white to pink flower displays. Fall, fiery foliage and multiple colors. Winter,
attractive peeling bark and interesting branch structure. Size and placement. Oakleaf hydrangeas grow larger than most people expect, often 6 to 8 feet tall and equally wide. Give them plenty of space to develop their natural arching form. Cramped plants never reach their full potential. This variety works beautifully as a specimen plant, foundation planting, or even trained into a small tree form. The dramatic size makes it perfect for creating privacy screens or hiding unsightly views. Pruning strategy. Oakleaf hydrangeas bloom on old wood, so timing is crucial. Prune only immediately after flowering ends in summer. The plant needs the rest of the growing season to develop buds for next year's display. Light pruning to maintain shape is usually all that's needed. Avoid heavy pruning unless absolutely necessary, as it takes away from the natural graceful form. Growing conditions. This variety prefers partial shade to dappled sunlight. Too much shade reduces flowering, while too much sun can stress the plant and fade the fall colors. Oakleaf hydrangeas appreciate consistent moisture but tolerate drought better than most hydrangeas once established. They're also more tolerant of various soil types. Comment below and tell us which season of interest appeals to you most with oakleaf hydrangeas, the summer flowers or the fall foliage. I'd love to hear your thoughts.
Essential care tips for all hydrangeas. Now that you know my top 5 varieties, let's cover the essential care tips that apply to all hydrangeas. Watering wisdom. Hydrangeas appreciate consistent moisture, but not soggy conditions. Water deeply once or twice a week rather than frequent, shallow watering. This encourages deeper root growth and better drought tolerance. Mulching magic. Apply 2 to 3 inches of organic mulch around each plant, keeping it 6 inches away from the stem. Good options include shredded bark, compost, or leaf mold. Mulch retains moisture, suppresses weeds, and moderates soil temperature. Fertilizing facts. Less is more with hydrangea fertilization. Use a balanced, slow-release fertilizer in early spring. Avoid high nitrogen fertilizers, which promote leafy growth at the expense of flowers. Site selection. Most hydrangeas prefer morning sun with afternoon shade. This provides enough light for good flowering while protecting from harsh afternoon heat. Common mistakes to avoid. After helping thousands of gardeners through Seniors Gardening Advice, I've seen these same mistakes repeatedly. Mistake number 1, wrong pruning time. This is the biggest flower killer. Learn whether your variety blooms on old or new wood, then prune accordingly. When in doubt, prune immediately after flowering. Mistake number 2, too much shade. While hydrangeas don't want full sun, too much shade results in weak growth and poor flowering. Find that sweet spot of morning sun with afternoon protection. Mistake number 3, overfeeding. Excess fertilizer, especially nitrogen, creates lush foliage but few flowers. Feed lightly and let the plant focus its energy on blooms. Which of these mistakes have you made? Don't worry, we've all been there. Share your experiences in the comments below. Final thoughts and next steps. These 7 hydrangea varieties represent the best options for reliable, long-lasting blooms with minimal maintenance. Each brings something special to the garden. Climbing hydrangea for vertical drama, little lime for compact spaces, big leaf hydrangeas for color-changing magic, panicle hydrangeas for sun tolerance and season-long color shifts, endless summer for extended blooming periods, annabelle for bulletproof reliability, oakleaf for 4-season interest. The key to hydrangea success isn't complicated techniques or expensive products. It's choosing the right variety for your conditions and understanding basic care requirements. Your homework: pick one variety from this list that matches your garden conditions and plant it this season. Start with one plant, learn how it grows in your specific location, then expand from there. Don't forget to subscribe to Seniors Gardening Advice if you haven't already. We share practical, tested advice that works in real gardens. Hit that notification bell so you never miss our weekly tips. Like this video if it helped you choose the perfect hydrangea for your garden, and share it with anyone who's been struggling with these beautiful plants. Which hydrangea are you most excited to try? Drop a comment below. I read every single one and love connecting with our gardening community. Your success stories and questions help me create even better content for everyone. Until next time, keep growing and keep enjoying your garden.